Hello students and welcome to part 2 of lesson 2 on congruence of shapes. Sorry for cutting off halfway through that example. I didn't realize the time was getting so close. So as we connect our points that we created, we will see that we've rotated this shape 180 degrees, and if we connect the F's, we can see that it forms a straight line which is 180 degrees. Now let's go a step further and rotate this once again up to 270 degrees. Now if we rotate it again 90 degrees, we're going to see it turn 90 degrees from here. So if you envision turning this 90 degrees, our shape is going to look something like that. Now we know there will be another 90 degrees, so if you think about where 90 degrees would be, our first point, which would be F, would be here at 1, 2. And if you notice the pattern here, we had the point 2, 1, 1, negative 2, negative 2, 1. Now we're at, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, 2. It uses the same coordinates, just goes from one coordinate to the next, one quadrant to the next. So here's F. E would be 2 up from there. So here's E. D is right beside E. C is 1 down from D. B is 3 over, 1, 2, 3. A is right below B. And if you connect it, you will see this same shape rotated into the second quadrant, 270 degrees. And if you look, it is a third 90-degree angle from the original shape. Now, let's now talk about reflections. Reflections mirror the shape over the X or Y axis. In my opinion, this is one of the simpler ones because all you have to do is figure out the distance from the X or Y axis and then go the same distance over it. So, for instance, if you look at point A is 2 away from the y-axis, 1, 2. So we'll go 2 on the other side of the y-axis, 1, 2. And this will be point A. B is 2 away from the y-axis, 1, 2. So we'll go 2 on the other side, 1, 2. So this is B. C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. And if you connect it, you can see that it looks like a mirror image. It looks like you took this one on the right and flipped it over onto the side. Or you can think about it, if you folded it along this y-axis, they would be on top of each other. Now that's how you flip it over the y-axis. If you wanted to flip it over the x-axis, you would do the same thing, just over the x-axis, which is the horizontal line. If you look at B, it's 1 away from the x-axis, so on this side it'll be 1 away. C is 1 away, so it will be 1 away here. A is 6 away, so it will be 6 away here, and you can see the mirror image. Now, if you would evaluate your ordered pairs after you do a reflection, you will see that if you flip the shape over the x-axis, it will change the sign and go from positive to negative, or vice versa, of the y value. If you flip it over the y-axis, it changes the sign of the x value. Again, you don't need to memorize these if you can visualize what it looks like to reflect the figure. So let's do an example, and we will reflect the shape over the y-axis and then reflect the original shape over the x-axis, kind of like we did in the last example. So let's start by flipping it over the y-axis. A is 2 away, so it'll be 2 away over here. B is 3 away. 1, 2, 3. So B will be 3 away. 1, 2, 3. C is 1, 2, 3 away. So it'll be 1, 2, 3 away. D is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 away. E is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 away. And F will be 1, 2 away, or 1, 2 away. And you can see when you trace it out that it does look like a mirror image, or if you folded it in half, they would lay on top of each other. Now we can do the same thing to the original shape by flipping it over the x-axis. So it's 1 away, 1 away, 1 away, 1 away. D is 2 away, so it'll be 2 away. C is 1, 2 away, so it'll be 1, 2 away. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. A is also 5 away, so it will be here beside B. And you can see that if you trace that, sorry, I missed that one dot, it will look like a mirror image of the original shape. You can, if you folded it along the x-axis, they would line up. So in this lesson, we've learned about 3 transformations that preserve congruence, meaning they don't change the shape or size. They keep the same shape, same size. We learned about a translation, which means to change a shape's location by sliding it along a path. We learned that when we move to the right, it increases the x value, and we move it to the left, it decreases the x value. When we move it up, it increases the y value, and we move it down, it decreases the y value. Again, you do not have to memorize these. If you can visualize it, it's a lot easier. We also learned to rotate a shape, which means to turn it around a center of rotation, and we learned to use visualization strategies to turn a shape 90 degrees at a time. Lastly, we learned to reflect an image, to mirror the image over a line. And that means that we can change it over the x-axis or the y-axis, which changes the opposite sign.